my god, dude. This is just my luck. That didn't get it too bad. He had a friggin' white line somewhere that was wet, apparently. I'm not too concerned about my trailer. I mean, I really could give two shits about this, to be honest, on the trailer. But the one that bothers me the most is I fucking nicked it with the semi, apparently. The semi didn't get it as bad, but still, this is the one that matters to me. That really didn't get much. Stack. Step. That makes me friggin' sick to my stomach, dude. 9 years of driving and I've never had that happen. Of course, it's gotta happen to my new truck. I did some Googling and I did talk to a friend, and I guess doesn't come off that hard. A lot of it, I guess, comes off with a pressure washer, and if that doesn't work, to let it soak in WD-40 for like an hour or two, it loosens it up, I guess, and then you should be able to spray a lot of it off. Makes me sick to my stomach, dude. Why is it gonna happen to this truck? Why couldn't it happen to a different truck that isn't nice? I mean, the truck's really dirty right now, which I'm kind of hoping that helps, because hopefully a lot of it's sitting on top of the dirt, not stuck to the truck itself so much, but god dang, dude. Okay, so it's been a few days, been running the truck. Just got back to the farm, and they have a hot water pressure washer, and I've been using that. And I got a lot of it off the stack. I think I'm gonna have to polish the stack to get the rest of it off. But as you can see, I got it all off the sleeper. I do think it's gonna need a pretty good wash, but the pressure washer's been taking it off surprisingly well. I did pretty much all the stuff is easy to see and easy to spray, but according to Google, whatever doesn't come off, I can spray some WD-40 on it, let it soak for a couple hours, and then come back and use the pressure washer again, which is probably what I'm gonna have to do on some parts. Luckily, the truck is dirty. I didn't have time to wash it this weekend. I ran in the rain, so it's got like a lot of film on it, just a lot of dirt and dust and stuff on it. So luckily, I think that helped stuff not stick to it. So that part's kind of good. It's almost a little bit of a blessing in disguise that I didn't have time to wash it, because yeah, the paint, I think, is more on top of the dirt than anything. The worst I think I'm worried about is inside the fender and stuff, but I can replace the mud flap. I did plan on replacing fenders at some point. I got a set of rear fenders that I'm going to put on, and I was going to try to match a front fender. Kind of at worst case scenario. I'm hoping I can polish out the stack, but I'll update you guys more on that this weekend when we get it and actually wash it good and stuff. But I am going to try to wash most of it off tonight, because it is only Tuesday and I can't do the rest of it till at least Friday or Saturday. But yeah, I'm going to try to get most of it off, maybe run through, have it truck wash it real good, and that way I can see the side of like the sleeper and stuff a lot better, because it is, like I said, really dirty, and I'm not going to brush it. I don't have time to brush it tonight. So yeah, a lot of work, a lot of freaking work.
Breaker 19, how about a radio check? I'm talking to whoever's got their ears on. This is Big Boy from Illinois. Chances are you bumped into me at a truck stop. I got the pedal to the metal and I'm heading southbound on 55. Keep doing what you're doing, honky Kong. Us out here 18-wheeling this billion.
Keep talking shit, homie, I will deliver. Pull up where you at, like an 18-wheeler. You don't wanna go there, I'm much bigger. Rolling on you haters like an 18-wheeler. Product supplier. Dropping off a load like an 18-wheeler. Girl, I got that fire, pop the clutch and burn the tires. Hogging up the road like an 18-wheeler. Is they really for real? Are they really this hard? They aim their lyrics at me, they best be on their guard. What you thought I wouldn't hear it, you thought I wasn't listening. Now on these whack MCs, I'ma release this tension. I put the Chevy in drive. If you ready, let's go. I'm ready to bust some shots, I'm ready to rock some shows. If you really a kid, eyes on you gremlins. I'm here to bring the pain, don't care about feelings. It's that big rig, aka Mark Lang, making a right turn from the left lane. Keep talking shit, homie, I will.
Well, after about an hour or so, I think I got it all off. I can't tell if I got stuff on my face. It feels like it's got it on my face, but I know I'm definitely wearing it. Down here, I'm completely soaked for the most part from washing this thing, but after about an hour, I think I got most of it. I can still see some of it on the fenders, which actually looks like that's just a lot of just kind of sitting on there. I think what we'll do this weekend is, I think Morgan said she's going to clay bar it. I think this entire passenger side is going to have to get clay barred. But I think I got like 90% of it off, 95% of it off. Like, you can see there's like nothing in the fenders anymore. The mud flap was very difficult. Actually the semi mud flap wasn't too bad, but the trailer is pretty much done for. But yeah, I mean, I was surprised the inner fender came as clean as it did. But yeah, there's still some on the fender. I'm hoping a lot of it too will come off just by brushing it and whatnot. I mean, I didn't brush it, I just sprayed the truck as you see in the time lapse. That's all I did. I did a little bit before the time lapse, but mainly just a stack in the front of the fuel tank and a little bit in front of the sleeper. But yeah, I mean, it mostly came off. The stack, there's definitely still a residue. I don't know how I'm gonna get that off quite yet. I'm hoping there's a certain like SOS pad or like a steel wool pad. I can't remember. I have a screenshot of it. I'm gonna have to find it. I'll actually put it in the video here. That the truck wash uses, and he said it works really good, but you got to keep it really wet to not scratch, obviously. But I might try that, and then maybe try to polish the stack with some aluminum polish or something. Even though I think these are chrome plated, it kind of sucks. These are only about 6 months old. They're not even, maybe not even that old. The stacks are fairly new. The only thing I really couldn't get it off was the fuel tank, because where the black is vinyl wrap, and it really stuck to the vinyl wrap, and if I get too close it would start to kind of tear it. So I don't know. I'm gonna replace the fuel tanks on this thing anyway, so I'm not super worried about it. The fuel tanks are dented out. You probably can see this one's pretty messed up. The passenger one's by far the worst one, but for some reason the previous owner somehow drugged the fuel tanks on the ground pretty ridiculously hard. It's amazing they don't leak, to be completely honest. But the fuel tanks are fairly mangled. So they're gonna get replaced here at some point. Not super worried about that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do I leave them polished, or do I paint them black? Or do I paint them orange? I don't know if I want to paint them orange, because it's getting full single hump fenders here that'll be black. The front fender will get replaced to like a badass custom fender, also stay black. Do I keep the wrap like a wrap style, or paint it with polished ends? Do I do a full polished on it? What do you guys think? Let me know. But yeah, I got most of it off the sleeper. Like I said, the sleeper I think is going to have to be clay barred, because I'm still finding, yeah, you can see, still see there's quite a bit that I missed. But for the most part, I got most of it. I feel a lot better. I don't feel so stressed out like I did the day I took the video. Because yeah, I didn't even know there was wet lines anywhere until I went to go get, was it loaded or no, I went to get unloaded. And I got out and I'm like, oh my God, where did this come from? So I don't know. I still don't know, but I at least got a lot of it off. The mud flap, this mud flap's gonna get replaced. I can't get all of it off this, but this mud flap's pretty, I don't know if you guys can see that. She's torn. So gonna replace the mud flap. I got off the tail light bar. Thank God it had a lot of mud on it, so it actually came off the tail light bar pretty easy. The trailer was the worst, because this trailer dog tracked just ever so slightly to the passenger side. Well, by doing that, the trailer was in the paint apparently a lot more than the truck was. I barely nicked it with the truck apparently, but the trailer got really bad. I got it off all the aluminum for the most part, and I tried to get most of the places that you see. Obviously I didn't really try too hard to get, you know, kind of up underneath there. Most of that's going to wear off after a while, I think. with driving, with getting sandpapered, like sandblasted from, you know, road grime and stuff. So yeah, I left the stuff on the suspension. I mean, that's gonna get sandblasted by driving. I mean, there's no paint on it anymore at all because they get sandblasted so much from driving. Especially like up where I live, it's so like the roads are just really just sandy and shitty. Especially coming into winter, it'll get sandblasted by fucking salt. So not super worried about that. You know, I got most of this back here too, like the parts you see. The tires I didn't even really mess with. Tires are pretty much well shot. It's actually getting new tires here at the end of the week. So at the end of the week or next week. So not super worried about that. The mud flaps were the worst. I think I'm just going to replace a lot of the mud flaps to take care of it. I blew most of it off that I could, but the mud flaps are very hard to get it off. And then it got a little bit up on the back of the tarp and stuff. But I'm not real super concerned on the trailer. I don't plan on keeping this trailer much more in about a year or two. So I guess I'm not as concerned with the trailer. This back flaps actually got to get replaced too anyway. It's pretty well shot. So I don't know. I'm not super concerned with the trailer. Because the trailer doesn't look too bad actually. It was just mostly underneath and whatnot. But I was mostly concerned with the truck. The truck is what bothered me. Obviously, it's a $150,000 truck that I just bought like 6 months ago. You know, and of course, you know, not really something I wanted to be coated with white paint. You know, but it is what it is. I gotta take most of it off. Get it washed up. I'll run through the truck wash here sometime this week yet, hopefully, and then I can see a little bit better. Than this weekend we'll wash it at home again and clay bar and do whatever we got to do on it. Maybe run the buffer over the whole thing. It could really use it. I also found out this thing has a lot more rock chips than I would care to admit. Not that I should say admit, but that I would care to see. Like down the side of the sleeper, which is a weird spot to get rock chips. But might have to get a little touch-up pen and stuff. But we're gonna be mixing up paint here fairly soon because I got to replace these rear shocks. So we're gonna paint the new ones. I'm also gonna get a new rod and a new bracket here at some point because the actual bracket's slopped out. I don't even know if the rod's bad, but I'm gonna just replace the rod. I don't want to paint all that because you see that. I did not paint the shocks that I put on here and whatnot, but I also got to repaint some of the frame. You know, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but Morgan is an auto body technician. She does auto body for a living. She does paint work and all kinds of stuff, so we'll do a lot of the paint work ourselves, kind of on the side. I don't know when we'll do the frame and stuff, but little pieces here and there we'll do ourselves. I might actually just pay somebody else to do the frame just because they don't really have the space to do it where she works, and I don't have a real good place to leave it for like a week while we did it. So yeah, but as far as like the road paint, I think most of it's off. Like I said, we'll know more this weekend, but I'll either, I don't know if I'm going to update this video later in the week or if I'm going to upload it sooner and just maybe make a separate video of cleaning the truck. I don't know what we're going to do. So if I don't make another video, like, comment, subscribe, and you guys will see more of my mishaps and bad luck. Yeah, I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.